This is going to be a new monthly vlog on Fridays, part of my new F Friday thing. F the letter, not F the word, you know what I mean. So today's is Frustration Friday, and this is going to be about wig prices. So I get tons of emails every day. I get emails, I get comments, I get private messages on Facebook. I get messages all the time asking for price inquiries for my pieces. Now, most times people will email me and they'll send me a picture, and they'll just send me a picture and say how much for this wig. Like, they won't say what kind of hair they want, if they want it to be a lace front or not, where they live, or anything. So it's kind of like, well, I can't accurately quote you just looking at a picture. I have to know what you want. And then when I email them back saying, hey, I'm going to need a little more information. What type of hair do you want? What type of cap do you want? Where do you live? What's your budget for this? What's your timeline for this? If you just send me a picture and say, how much is this wig? Unless it's a wig that I personally did prior, I don't know exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you say I want a lace front, blonde human hair, down on my ass, whatever, then I can quote you. But if you just send me a picture, it's a little hard for me. So I have to ask a couple more questions. And 9 times out of 10, I don't get a reply back. Now, exactly why that is, I don't know. I don't know if people just expect me to spout out a number on command. But wigs don't really work like that. Additionally, please don't tell me my wigs are expensive, because I know that they're expensive, and actually they're not that expensive. So, you know, this is how I think of it. If you want something handmade and you want something customized and you want something made especially for you, for nobody else, just for you, handmade, look online, go to web shops, go to wig stores, go to your local wig supply, a costume store, anything. Find a wig there that is what you want, basically kind of what you want it to look like, and triple however much that costs. Now, I'm not being, you know, greedy, and I'm not trying to, like, nickel and dime you guys for everything you're worth. I value my time, and I value my ability, and I value my product. So if you ask me how much a wig is, and I say $300, for instance, and you tell me, oh, that's a lot of money, I don't have that, I'm sorry, like, I can't help you with that. And chances are, me giving you the wig of your choice for $300, anybody else that's, like, more established than if you went to somebody, you know, longer in the business or anything like that, chances are they're probably going to charge you even more than I am. Now, the reason why wigs are priced the way they are is a couple different things. Now, you have to buy the hair. You have to buy the wig. You have to take into accounting how much time and effort it takes me to do that. If I have to order stuff online, that includes shipping. If I have to sit here and sew 2 or 3 packs of hair into a wig, that can take like 2 hours. If I have to sit here and sew all the hair, and I have to roller set it, and I have to steam it, and then I have to dry it, and then I have to tease it really big, spray it, brush it out, spray it again, that can take upwards of 2 or 3 days sometimes, depending on what my schedule is. When you're buying a custom anything, whether it be a wig, jewelry, costumes, shoes, accessories, anything, you're paying us for our time. That's basically what you're paying for. So think about that. I'm like, I don't even know where to go with this frustration video because it's going to be all over the place. You don't need 37-inch human hair down to your ass. I'm sorry. Nobody needs that much hair, especially not human hair. It's just obscene. It seems every email I get from somebody wanting human hair wants a minimum of 30 inches. Now, 30 inches from the front hairline is to, like, my waist. And I'm a dude. So if you're an actual real girl, or if you're not 6'1" like I am, that's either going to be on your ass or below your ass. You're going to sit on that. Like, that's just excessive. To me, at least. You know, if you want to, you know, if you want to order a 40-inch lace front from me and you're willing to pay what I'm asking you to pay for it, then by all means, I'll do it. But for the most part, you don't need hair that long. It's unmanageable. Human hair, regardless of whether it says it's not going to tangle, it's not going to shed, It's going to tangle and it's going to shed. And chances are most of you girls out there, and boys or whoever, that want these pieces don't know how to properly care for human hair wigs anyway. So you're going to end up with a wig up to here in like 6 months because you're just going to keep having to chop it. The ends are going to fray. It's going to get tangled. You're going to have a big dreadlock, whatever. So it's just, to me, it's excessive. Also, my good friend Darnell, you guys might know him as Hair He Goes on Instagram. He and I have like this running gag where we send each other ridiculous emails or requests that we get for our pieces, just because people don't understand. You know, like I've had people email me asking for a fully hand-tied human hair lace front, literally 36 inches long, and they want like bleach blonde with like purple and green, and they want me to fully hand tie this thing, and they only want to pay $600. Now, to you guys out there, $600 seems like a lot of money for human hair. But like I said earlier in this video, when you think about it, when you think about me having to buy the hair, when you think about my time, when you think about how much money I have to invest getting around to these places or paying for shipping and stuff like that, paying for supplies such as wig lace, such as conditioner, shampoo, all of those things, $600 isn't really even going to pay for the hair for that wig, let alone my time and effort that it's going to put me into doing it. Fully hand-tied lace front wigs, meaning tied from front to back, side to side, all around, hand-tied, can take up to 40 hours or more to make. Now, let's say you have $600 budget. You want hair down to your ass, and you want me to hand tie the whole thing. Now, let's just say, I don't know how much this kind of hair is. It's several $100s for hair that long and to get enough to fill it in to make it full. Just an example, just giving you guys numbers here. Let's just say that that hair is $300, okay? Let's say that with lace, with shipping, with accessories such as hair color, conditioner, shampoo, all of that stuff that I need specifically for your wig, that'll run usually 40 or 50 bucks. So let's just say, as an example, the supplies for your wig are $340. Now, if I were to make you a fully hand-tied wig, it would take me about 40 hours, which is basically if you went to work 9 to 5 every day, 5 days a week. That's what 40 hours is. 40 hours is a traditional American work week. That's, say your budget's $600. 600 minus 350 is 250. 250 is how much money I'm paying myself to tie your wig. Now think about this. $250 divided by 40 hours of work is $6 an hour. That is less than minimum wage in this country, and that is just ridiculous. I don't think people understand what really goes into what I do. I'm sorry, but you're never going to get a human hair wig down to your ass, fully handmade, for $600. And if you are, it's going to be really shitty quality, and the hair is going to be crap. That's just the truth right there. Sure, you can go online and you can buy a full lace wig from China for, you know, $400 that's halfway down your ass that says it's 100% human hair. But chances are, if your wig is that long, there's going to be that much hair in it because wigs are done by weight. Bundles are done by weight. Wefting is done by weight. Therefore, the longer the hair, the less hair there's going to be in it because longer hair, obviously, is heavier than shorter hair. Darnell told me this, and I think that this is hilarious, so I've been saying it a lot lately, and it's human hair dreams, synthetic hair budget. Ladies out there, I am telling you, my wig prices are very reasonable. It's when you get crazy wanting this human hair, bleach blonde, custom colored, 5-bundle bullcrap that it gets expensive. And I'm just telling you, ladies out there, please, right now, just cut it out. Just cut it out. Like, just stop with this insanity. If you want me to make you a wig and you only have $500 to spend, but you want me to take 40 hours to make you the damn thing, but you only have $500 to spend, I'm sorry, and you guys can call me rude, you can throw me shade or whatever, but it'd be better for you to just spend the $500 and buy some hair and do it your damn self, because it's not worth my time, and it's not worth my effort, and it's not worth my ability to be making pennies an hour. Literally. Some of you ladies expect me to work for pennies. And I'm sorry, but it doesn't work like that. doesn't work like that at all. Also, I think a lot of drag queens out there, speaking of wigs and stuff, drag queens especially don't understand time. You know, you'll message me on a Monday and you'll want a custom wig done by Wednesday. And I'm sorry, but I work full time. I almost always have stuff working. This is for a client. That's for a client. This is for a client. This is for a client. That's for a client. So I always have stuff that I'm working on. So chances are, if you're emailing me and you want something in 2 days, I won't be able to do it because I already have 4 or 5 people ahead of you. And that's just ridiculous. Most ladies have been fine with me saying, I'm sorry, I can't do that in the time you allow. If you give me about 3 or 4 weeks, I can get it out to you in a timely manner. Fine, done. But if you want something in 3 days, don't get angry with me when I say I can't do it. You know, there was a time once where a queen on Facebook, I won't say her name because I honestly don't even remember her name at this moment. She posted all over the place. In Drag Swap, she posted on her Facebook and she asked, I want some custom hair. Who can do it for me? And I was tagged at least a dozen times in this post. I was tagged on Bernadette's page. I was tagged on Bobby's page. I was tagged on Bobby Pin's page. I was tagged at least a dozen times. It took this girl over a week to actually write me and tell me what she wanted. And she wrote me on a Wednesday, and she wanted the wig Friday. And it's like, had you messaged me last week when somebody else gave you my information a dozen times, I could have helped you. Maybe. But asking me to do something full force and huge in 2 days, that's impossible. I work full time. I do photo shoots. I freelance. I run a home business. I run to the post office a bajillion times a day. I can't do stuff in 2 days. And any other designer is going to give you the same answer. Unless it's like podunk wig person that's using hot glue on a styrofoam head. Yeah, they can probably get your wig out in a day. Chances are you're going to put it on your head. It's going to be too small and it's going to fall apart. So if you're in a rush and you get something cheaply made, it's going to be cheaply made. I just wonder, like, how much people think these things cost and how much time people think these things take. Like, it's just, it boggles my mind what people think is an acceptable budget for things. Like, I've even had people email me saying, hey, I want a human hair full lace wig. I want you to hand make it. I want it down to my ass. I want a custom color and I'll pay you really well. And then when I ask them what their budget is, they tell me $600. $600 is not paying somebody well for hair down to your ass fully handmade. I'm sorry. That's not paying somebody well. I'm sure there are people out here on YouTube that would gladly make you a human hair wig down to your ass for $600. These are the same people that aren't using real wig lace. They're using tulle. They're using mesh from the fabric store. They're using anything else that they can get cheaper than wig lace. They're not using ventilating needles. They're using... I've seen people ventilate a full lace wig with tulle as a foundation on a styrofoam head with a crochet hook or a latch hook. Like, you guys are the reasons why people think that my wigs are expensive, is because you guys are out there giving people a shitty product for cheap. And the reason why it's cheap is because it's shitty. And you guys, like I said, you can throw me shade, you can throw me under the bus, you can say I'm being a bitch or an elitist or whatever. But I value my time and I value my clients' hard-earned money much more than that. Now, if you can only pay me $600 to make you a wig, but you want something that's going to take me a week and a half to do, I'm sorry. That's not within my budget. I can't do that for you. I'm sure there are people out there that can do it for you. The cheaper you pay for something, the cheaper it's going to be made, and the cheaper quality it's going to be. Coloring hair, buying hair, sorting through hair, sewing it together, cutting it, coloring it, drying it, curling ironing it, teasing it, whatever, that takes time. That takes money. I don't just go and sit on the toilet in my bathroom and shit out a perfectly styled wig 15 times a day. That's not how this works. Everything I do is handmade and hand customized. If you're buying a wig from bobbypins.com, yes, I do buy those from China. I get them wholesale. I've told you guys that before. Whatever. those are fine. But if you want something custom, you want something designed especially for you, you want something made specifically to your head size and measurement, you have to pay for it. It's as simple as that. And it's sad to say that most of you either are too cheap for that or don't have the budget for it. And it's like, if you don't have the budget for it, that's fine. I can respect you for that. You know, we're all working. We're all trying to make money where we can. I can't afford half the shit that I want either. You know, I want a breastplate, but I don't have $700 to go to boobsforqueens.com and buy a breastplate. So I'm putting it off until I can afford it. But if you're writing to me and you want something like that that is just astronomically ridiculous, you're going to pay for the time and you're going to pay for my effort. That's it. That's all I can say about that. Is since I do work on Broadway, I'm around hairdressers and wig makers that have been in the game, some of them since before I was even born. Some of these people I know that I work with, my colleagues that I look up to, that I admire, have been in the business for 30, 40 years. They know this industry in and out, whether it's Broadway hair, fashion hair, they know hair. And when I tell them what I charge people for their wigs, number one, they always tell me that I'm undercharging myself. And I'm like, well, I kind of think that I am too, but if I charge people, you know, if I want to make $15 an hour, $20 an hour hand tying a wig, you know, 40 times 20 is 800. And that's just for the labor. Now, I'm not saying that that's what I'm charging people to make a full lace wig. I'm not saying that that's what I charge, so don't quote me. Don't say that that's how much I'm saying. If you don't want to pay what I can offer, or if we can't strike a deal, I'm sorry. That's not my fault. I can't help you. There's other, like I said, there's other people that can, but you're going to get an inferior product. You're going to get, your product isn't going to be of quality, and your piece isn't going to be of quality, but you spent your $600 budget, so you're probably going to be happy for a while. And chances are, the sad part is that most of you guys don't even realize that people are gypping you, that people are sending you inferior products, that people are selling themselves as wig makers or weaveologists, which I think that's just a stupid word anyway. Who made that up? Like, seriously, weaveologist? That's me. I'm sorry. Sorry. These people saying that they're weaveologists or wig makers or ventilators or anything, and they're not. Like, styrofoam head. Using a styrofoam head to build full lace wigs, using hot glue to glue hair onto a dome cap. That's not a wig maker. That's practice, and that's arts and crafts. That's cutting and pasting. That's not wig making, except I find that you guys don't know that. And so that's kind of why I want to start doing these frustration videos even more, is because you guys need to understand. I just find that, like, as a whole, the world doesn't understand what I do, and the world doesn't understand that what I do costs money and takes time. And I feel that, like, if I do these Friday frustration videos, it's going to help me get across to you guys my point. And hopefully I don't sound bitchy or rude or anything. I'm really hoping that I didn't today. If I did, give me a thumbs down. In closing, wigs take time. Wigs cost money. Hair costs money. I don't just, you know, have barrels of human hair in my apartment for me to pick from. I have to go to a retailer. I have to go to a wholesaler. I have to go to a distributor. I have to buy hair. I have to custom cut and color that hair. I have to sew it or ventilate it onto a wig and then style it for you. And that's what I love to do. I love to provide people with a quality product and a quality service for an average price. And that's what I'm trying to do with you guys. But it's just getting difficult with these emails that you guys are sending me right now. I just don't understand. So I guess the next time somebody tells me that my wig is too expensive or they don't have the budget for that, I'm going to send them this video and, you know, just kind of say, like, this is why I charge what I charge. And you're getting a deal.